this organization delivered, the customer product was delivered before the schedule. Though I am part of component A, you are part of component B, we will sit together and plan. The organization was so structured in vertical, it was difficult for them. It was not that easy to implement SAFe in this way. Hi, this is JP here from LeanWisdom. Welcome back to the Weekend Stories. This weekend, I'm going to share a very positive story about how we transformed a large enterprise which was divided into multiple departments or components. Yeah. So this is about an automotive story where I was called for a transformation. So I went there. I understood that this particular organization builds a certain components for an automotive domain, right? For example, car manufacturing, right? So this company, when I went and looked at what challenges they have, they were actually split into 20 plus departments, right? So this is where the value is delivered as one product, which was delivered by 20 plus different component software teams, right? So the challenge was that the release cycle was too long. It was like unnecessarily it was 2-3 years, and the collaboration between the teams were almost zero because they were super siloed, right? Organization was sliced into components, and the dependencies were not managed well, right? There were lot of dependencies used to come at the end, lot of surprises at the end because the release cycles were too long, right? The release cycles were even to demo to a customer, it would take minimum 6 months or 9 months for them teams to come together and work on it, right? So imagine customer wants to see something, not to release, even to get a demo, it would take minimum 9 months, right? So this was the state that we were in. Quality was bad, right? There were like so many bugs and defects that were logged. So when I was called, my coaching to the leaders was that we should look at organization as a value stream, not as a siloed components. Then when I tried to understand how come they did this in silo, there was a reason for it. The reason why they organized themselves into silos was also because they want to build specialized skills. So absolutely right approach for them from their point of view. That I have people in each component, they're so good, right? So if I have 20 departments, which is 20 components, each component people are so good in their own part. But the challenge was customer centricity was missing. What does customer centricity mean? They have to come together, even one feature to build, they have to come together as at least 5-6 departments minimum, right? So for example, right, if I need to, say, let me take one example. In a car music system or a car infotainment system, if you need to receive a call, I'm driving and I need to receive a call, I need to the call comes to my mobile, but the mobile is connected to the infotainment device, the car infotainment device. Now it's a cockpit device, right? So now I have at least 5 teams to work together on this. I have an audio team, I have a media team, I have a connectivity team, I have a HMI team, I have a smartphone integration team. I have a base software which you need to make sure it's all connected. So at least 5-6 departments have to connect together even to build one feature. Can you see the problem? Yeah, it is very complex, right? But these six departments have 6 different priorities, right? So this was a big challenge, and just because of that, they were taking a too long time, right? So this organization is a very large organization, thousands of people. So what we did is we took one customer product, right? One specific product for a specific customer, and we first transformed them into SAFe. So the approach we moved to SAFe was look at the value stream, not components, right? So we first started bringing the teams inside an art, right? So we saw such a big thing. So we made this whole 20 plus departments into 4 different agile release trains, right? Based on their own, the teams that need to collaborate, right? One agile release train has 5 or 6 teams or 5 or 6 components representation, and those teams will work together because they have to work together. And they will do a PI planning, they will do a system demo, they will do inspect and adapt, they will do everything, right? The same way we made 4 or 5 release trains, and we made sure that they are at least coming together. One thing that we did not touch was organization structure. We didn't want to change organization structure because I have departments, as got department heads, right? They are leaders of each of these departments, and I didn't want to touch these groups. And they let the reporting structure continue. It is just that the respective teams should come together and work together as an agile release train. When I did this training for leaders said it is not that easy because this is how we have been working for 20 years. Let's try. And we implemented that. We tried that. Then I tried product managers. I trained product managers. I trained product owners. I trained architects, scrum masters, and the teams. Everybody, they all felt I think we should try and it may work, right? We moved them to SAFe fully, and then we did a first PA planning. You know what happened? First PA planning, there was a lot of energy. The teams, in fact, there were people who were talking to each other for years over the call. They came together and started meeting. Oh, you are so and so. Now I know. This is you remember I was talking to you, right? There are a lot of surprises, and the teams really enjoyed. But because their problems are getting resolved, I have dependency on you. You have a dependency on me. We sit together and talk together. We are not in the boundaries of components anymore now. We can come together. Though I am part of component A, you are part of component B. We will sit together and plan. That was a great thing for this organization. Right? So we did first PI. The PI planning itself was a quick one, right? The leaders liked it. The next level, the RTE, product manager, architect, everybody enjoyed it. All the teams enjoyed it, including Scrum Master, product owners. We started moving step by step. It was not that easy to implement SAFe in this way because I have one business owner for a customer product. But I also have componentized business owners for each component. Now the priorities are different for each of them, right? My business owner from a customer product side of it has certain goal, certain priority, wherein one of the components also has a different goal. Now they started conflicting, saying that, hey, how do we work? Because my priority is this, your priority is that. I had to bring the leaders together. We started interacting as leaders at least once a week, at least once a sprint, right? If not a week, at least once a sprint. And then started resolving this. So this was around some 400 people. We moved them to a SAFe and we started getting results, right? It is in the past, it was always that they could never deliver on time. They got into penalty clause, and there were a lot of quality issues and things like that. But in this particular customer release, the customer was surprised. You know why? We started demonstrating from first PI, which was never the case. The system comes up only at the end of the 2 years or 3 years, right? Now, from first PI, we started demonstrating. We called the customer and said, hey, you know what? We want to work with you, and then we want to deliver this, right? We want to actually demonstrate, and you can start using if it is not good. We will never ship it to your customer, right? This company's customer was a manufacturing company. You may not deliver to your customer, but you test it in your environment at least, right? Every 2 weeks we had a system demo and we delivered. This was like wow, right? The leaders liked it. Everything was great. So we set a tough goal for ourselves to really achieve, right? Where are we today? Where do we want to reach? And how do we reach PA by PA by PA, right? And we started measuring this PA by PA, and we saw predictability going up, quality going up, right? And the system is getting ready, not once in 9 months, but we started with at least once a PA. Second PA, we got multiple times in a PA. Third PA, we got almost every iteration we could deliver something to customer. And customer was so happy that, never in the past that, I have been working with you for years, but never in the past that we have seen such a fast, rapid development that you guys are doing today, right? So that was a great thing. Now, after this, because this particular product development for a specific customer became very successful, now the leader of the portfolio wanted to move the entire organization. This is, you can imagine, like 7,000-8,000 people in this kind of a system working. Now we moved 300-400 people, close to 400 people. Yeah. Now recently we moved another 1,000+ people. right? We restructured the organization. We moved plus 1,000+ people. There are 1,000+ people started with. So you can imagine 1,200 or so. So you can imagine around 15, 16 release trains got launched, and it's going great, right? The goal is that next 2-3 years we would move it, the entire organization of 7,000-8,000 people, right? So I want to share this video because I want you to understand the power of value stream, right? There is nothing magic that we did. It is just that we looked at value stream. It is not that the leaders did not know. The leaders are so good in this organization. Leaders wanted to make an impact. Leaders wanted to implement such things. But the organization was so structured in vertical, it was difficult for them. The moment we brought the value stream concept and the leaders started supporting, we started getting results, right? So start with the value stream, understand the challenges in the value stream, bring everybody in the value stream together, and start releasing in every PI. You will see the problem. Test the continuous delivery pipeline in the first or second PI itself, so that you know from the beginning till the end how the value flows and what challenges you have, and start optimizing one by one. Yeah. So in fact, this case study also had lot of compliance, right? There is a compliance called ASPICE. And organization had its own compliances that to follow. With all that, we could deliver not on time, even before time. This organization delivered, the customer product was delivered before the schedule, which was which was a great success. So I hope this video was useful for you, right? Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Bye-bye.